When you're up 21 and they start coming back on you, were you thinking about last game at all?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, I don't know, here we go again. But I took it as a challenge, a personal challenge to say I'm going to be aggressive and we're not going to lose this game. So it was good to have this game coming off the heels of the last night.
And what was the difference for you guys between last game where you didn't get over the hump and this game where you were able to save them all?
Thank you very much.
Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, no, we just took turns.
Biggest thing was
I
think the biggest thing was stay aggressive. Other than against Utah, a couple guys didn't take shots and we didn't make plays. We had shots, we had free throws, rebounds. But tonight we cleaned up the little things and it was able to get us a big game.
It was that big three from Andre too that really separated you guys.
Yeah, that was real big. They were trying to double team me down the post. He had to look and Andre's a confident player and he took the big shot, which gave us a cushion, helped us relax a little bit, and I think it put them back on their heels. So that was a big play by Andre.
How are you feeling physically? You've been banged up a lot. You finally came back. How are you feeling?
I'm doing better. Every day I'm feeling like I'm improving. The biggest thing is just trying to get my rhythm. I'm trying to put the hamstring behind me and keep getting my rhythm and hopefully try to help this team make a real big run down the stretch.
Only 3 turnovers for the whole game. Is that a credit to the guards, and you guys really taking care of the ball?
Yeah, we're getting our rhythm back offensively. Last couple games, I got new guys. I was coming off, being out 3 months and just trying to get my timing back. I had a lot of turnovers last game. And tonight we just felt like we were more in control. Andre did a great job with the ball. Biggs did a great job of coming, flashing, giving us outlets, and we made plays.
After you play against the Nets, does it surprise you at all if they only have 5 wins?
Yeah, because they're a better team than their record shows. And, every time we play them, we say, look at their roster. They got guys that can play. And it definitely surprises us, but it's a funk that they got to continue to try to break out of. But they're definitely a better team than their record shows. Thanks a lot, I appreciate it. They got some easy post ups. I'll just take advantage of our defense early on, and they got some transition buckets early on, and the intensity obviously wasn't there for the first couple minutes. But we fought back, but we can't give a team like that that big of a head start.
You just talked about doing 20 in that third quarter.
Well, we just wanted to kind of push up a little bit, get a little bit more possessions, obviously get a little bit more transition, but, it's not so much me and Courtney, it's really the defense where we got stops and, we limited them to one shot. They got out in transition and, I tried to get us off to a good start. Courtney did a great job of continuing throughout the quarter. We fought back hard.
Do you feel like the difference between winning and losing with this team is just a couple plays down the stretch, first couple
Yeah. They hit some big shots. The things that you don't expect. Andre Miller hits a 3. Things of that sort. He's not a great 3-point shooter, and that's a shot that we want him to take. Obviously, he makes it. Give a couple offensive rebounds, and thought we had a couple tough calls at the basket. I thought Brooke got that block pretty cleanly, but they didn't give us that one.
Really important for this team to get Courtney off like he did.
Yeah, it's just whenever we got 2-3 guys going at once, we're tough to guard. And we've had limited games where we've had more than 2 guys at one time, but we definitely had Brooke going in the third quarter, in the first half, and then Courtney and I picked it up in the third quarter. But that's what makes us tough to guard when we got that type of execution going offensively.
You get 4 fouls early on. How did you adjust the rest of the game?
First time of everything. It was just some tough calls, but just try to stay aggressive. Obviously, Kiki told me at halftime we're going to go to a more pick and roll game, just to stay aggressive and don't worry about the foul situation. And obviously, a couple of drives I had to give up, not to get the calls, and just try to stay aggressive, positive.
People were a big lead in last game, but you kind of had that in your back in your mind.
This team forgets. We moved on to the next one. It wasn't so much of a hangover from last game, but I think we just for whatever reason we started kind of methodical and just didn't get to our normal game.
28 points every night, but was it bode well if you get Courtney shooting like that the way?
Yeah, aggressive and him getting to his spots and making shots. But the aggressiveness is what we want. He was aggressive. Pick and rolls, coming off screens, and in transition. That's the way we need him to play.
Obviously, Brooke had a little bit lighter production this time, but you seem to still be getting the same kind of touches in the offense.
Yeah.
What is the difference for the whole team? Just a couple guys making shots around them?
Yeah, it's a whole lot of difference. When we can make shots, it opens the court up so much. Teams pack it in on a lot, but we can get guys, Courtney, even Trent made a couple shots, CDR made 3. when we get the, then open up the floor like that, it opens up for myself, for Brooke, and opens up for driving lanes.
And he said on that around the world layup, he was just trying to put it in like you do.
Oh, hey, I got it from Vince, so I guess he's got to learn something from me. Thanks, Mark.
Asking you what happened late, I guess tonight, what happened early?
We wasn't able to get stops down the stretch. I mean, we was just going back and forth with them. Dev did a good job. We get to the free throw line. And when you can't get stops, it makes it hard to come back.
I feel like something just flipped the switch in you in the third, and it just seemed to keep lighting up after that.
I was able to get to my game. I mean, they, for some reason, wasn't showing up on pick and rolls, or if I faked the drive, they would give me the mid-range jump shot, and that's something I want to get to, and I was able to knock it down to them.
You guys haven't had many games where you, Devin, Brooke are all going well at the same time. Is it more frustrating on that like tonight when you do that and you still lose?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating because of the effort to fight back. I mean, but we should have started the game like that. It would have been a little bit different. But once you're down by so much and you're giving it your all to come back, it takes a lot out of you.
I feel like your game is coming back.
I feel like it never went nowhere. I mean, I was still doing the things that I usually do on the defensive end and have spurts on the offensive end, but on a more consistent base, I think so.
You said when you cover the point, it seems like that defense right there maybe helps your offense.
Yeah, it definitely does. It gets me going. I'm definitely a defensive-minded player, and I let my offense trigger off my defense. If I can get stops and I can get out and run and frustrate the point guard, that's something I would like to do. And then on the offensive end, I mean, that leads to our fast break points, so definitely.
I feel like you guys took a step by not fading, after they took the 21-point lead.
Yeah, we showed a lot of character and poise to stay with everything and to continue to fight and position ourselves to have it come down to a close game like that at the end, so definitely.
I saw you wait until the buzzer was down to the end, but it looked like you knew that was going in beyond the half court when you threw it up.
Oh, I was waiting. I tried to take my 2 steps as slow as possible. I seen 1 second. I was like, all right. Then I jumped. Like, I'm about to get the turnover, so I had to throw it. So it was crazy. It went in.
The West Coast is the hard. For the most part, every game has been competitive. I mean, there might have been 1 or 2 where you only have 1 win to show.
Yeah, man, it's embarrassing. Like I said, even though with our record, if we don't go out there and compete, like, what are we playing for? So I think everybody on the team is doing a good job of competing. And I mean, we compete in practice. I mean, the white team, like, they give us a run for the money every day. Every day they come and compete. So I see that just translating to the games.
Well, all the games are 2-point losses, or 3-point losses, or whatever. I mean, to only come out of 1 psychological.
It's definitely frustrating because, like you said, 2 3-point losses were right there. We just need to figure out what it is to get us over that hump.
Kiki was praising the work that you've done. He was talking about on your shot. He said you kind of worked your way back in the form. I mean, how many extra shots were you putting up? Or what kind of stuff were you doing?
I can't even tell you the number, man, but staying out there, coming in on off days, and just shooting a lot, man, until you feel that, get that rhythm, you get that feeling to where it feels good, and that's what you got to do, man. Like, being in the shooting slump, you got to get your rhythm back, and that's something that I did.
When did you start coming in or staying late?
It's been going on for a while now. I can't mark the date.
You remember what game it was?
Nah, it's been a while.
Courtney, after a game like this, is the mindset really just to forget completely about it and move on to the next game, or is that a little bit that sticks with you?
Oh, no, then we got a couple of days off, and it's going to stick with us for a while. I mean, then once it's time to prepare for who we play next, Boston, and then that's when you forget about it. Like, you gotta think about it. Just think about the things that you could have did, like the defensive assignments that you could have did to help get a stop. So you got to think about it. That's how you get better.
Excellent. Thanks.